Hi everyone, welcome to the little woodshop. So for this week not much happened. It was a very rainy week. It was wet and it was noisy in the workshop. So I haven't done too much. The metal leg table is gone. Customer is very happy and he dropped off our next project, which will be this old office desk, 6 drawers, and there's the desk. Not much work to it. It's got lots of sentimental value to the customer. It used to belong to his father. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it, not much, but we're gonna fix that. A little bit of structural damage. There's some of the drawer runners that's loose that we'll fix. And then it's a good sand and a varnish, just to get her back to where she used to be. This will also go down to Cape Town with a big table. Our time frame has expanded. They gave us 2 weeks to do this, so we'll get that done. But first I'm going to leave it for now because it got wet on the back of the bakkie and I wanted to dry properly before I start sanding and varnishing on it. What I'm going to continue now with is the little frames that I spoke about. And yeah, this is going to be quite a challenge. Lots of small parts. Very finicky job, but we're going to do that quickly. Guys, the plan for this is basically going to be 2 little frames. The top one will stand at an angle inside the bottom leg part. This will be the foot for the painting that's going to stand on it. And we must now try to get some detail into this, maybe a bit of roundovers, half rounds. We'll see what we're going to do to just make this just a little bit more interesting. Guys, this is what I came up with. Just did a bit of a chamfer on the edges. I also put a chamfer on the outside edge of this wood, 20mm short from the top and 20mm from the bottom. Can't see it really nicely in the video, but once this is varnished you'll see it. I'm going to show you now how to do this. I don't do it on the router because it's quite a dangerous cut. There's an easy way on a sander. Let me show you. What I've done is I mark 5mm in from the top, transfer the line with a square right around, clamp my 45 bevel square onto the sander so that my wood meets the disc closer to the inside of the disc. The outside is very aggressive. The inside you've got lots more control, where the revolutions are slower. I just then, against the square, sand up to the line. Guys, what you should end up with is squares that all end up on the same line, and that is quite close enough. This is a design I decided on. I pre-drill the holes, screw it, and then plug it with a piece of solid brass, and I think that is quite enough details for this project. I'm going to finish one and show you what they're going to look like. The inserts came out quite nicely. Not the inserts, the copper dowels. I think they ended up giving it some nice character. So guys, that's the basics of it. There's still 2 pieces of wood short. On the front end is going to be a little lip that's going to stop the painting from sliding off. And there's also in the back, there's going to be a long piece of wood here that's adjustable to take a picture from 290mm to 420mm. I'm just waiting to see if I can get some more of the same wood, and we'll finish it. So guys, for this week we haven't done too much, but next week we'll start with the office desk, restoring and finishing that, getting that out. What made this week easier? Simple little things that's small, that's inexpensive, and it will really make your life easier. One of the main things I used this week that I've been using for years, it's a abrasive disc cleaner or abrasive belt cleaner. You buy this at most of the woodwork shops. No, our shop also keep them. They're much longer when you buy them. This one has been used for quite a few years now already. Saves you a load of money on your sanding belts and sanding discs. Really invest in one. Gorgeous. Something simple and always overlooked, or most of the times overlooked. Variable square or bevel square, like some people would call it. Mine is hanging there and really not used as often as it should. To get this angle that is not a standard 22.5, 45 or 90 degrees, this thing works magic. For example, this week I used it on the little easel or stand, picture stand. To get the corner there, I set the angle and then just take this over to the miter saw and set it to exactly what I want. That's now to cut the bottom of this leg off. Handy, very handy. Another thing that I used quite often this week, super glue and activator. You get different, there's so many makes of this. This specific brand is one of the ones I like the most. You always end up finishing the activator long before the super glue is finished. I've got bottles and bottles of this super glue left. What I like about this super glue, it's much thicker than your standard 601 or Magic Wood super glues, CA glues. And it's nice for filling up cracks. Just be careful. If you use activator on this, too much activator will make it cloudy. A fine mist will make it dry quickly, but make it less cloudy. Love this stuff. Something else that I also use this week quite often, painter's pyramids. This I some 3D printed on my 3D printer. A whole bunch of them. I'm sure every one of us has got a friend that has got a 3D printer. These things are extremely handy when spray painting or varnishing. Just keeping your workpiece off the surface makes the job so much easier. Inexpensive, but unbelievably handy to have. Something else that lots of people don't think about, normal spring clamp. Just to keep two pieces of wood together so that you can do a final measurement or something. Spring clamps are one of the handier little things in a wood shop, and they are really inexpensive, quite cheap. Then one of the best tools I have in my workshop, this square, as you have seen in the video now, I use more than just a square. It's a nice 90 degree, nice 45 degree. There's lots of videos that show you exactly how the square will work. But this square has got so many uses, like you've seen in this video. Get one. Then the last thing that is really handy is a brad point drill bit. We all know brad point drill bits. To get the center of a hole, to get the hole exactly, a brad point stays the best thing ever. Normal high-speed steel drill bits or metal drill bits will do the job, but they're not as accurate as a brad point drill bit. Brad point drill bits just gives a better finish, cuts cleaner, doesn't tear out as much as a normal metal drill will do. Difficult to find a set like this, very difficult. I know I've been searching for years to find a set like this that runs in 0.5 increments, but it's worth the search, really. If you can get one somewhere, don't even think twice. Pay the money, get it. It's worth it. So guys, if you like this video, please subscribe, support this channel, and we'll see if we can give you some good content, something to watch, something to learn every week. Thank you very much.